All right, guys. Well, it looks like Bitcoin hasn't quite hit 100K yet. Not really too surprised. A lot of resistance at that level and some orders that are a little bit interesting we'll talk about in just a second up there at $100,000. But with this consolidation, or maybe even considered a pullback here on Bitcoin, the alts are continuing to run and run very hard, clearly showing that the altcoin season has started. A lot of even $10+ billion market cap alts are doing 30+% on the day. You look at XRP, you look at DOT, and then you go ahead and look at Total 3, and you can see this is sending right up to that big value area high from the last bull market. So how I found this was pulling a fixed range volume profile of this previous bull market range. Not sure exactly how I got this level. I could say, kind of just depending on where you place it on the charts, but grabbing this full range, you can see that's kind of just where the value starts to drop off pretty heavily, right? There's a bit of a node here on it, and then it drops off. You could also say this is pretty big volume though, so I will go ahead and mark this out as well. Let's go ahead and make this a dashed line, make it the same as that other one, because I think that's pretty important. You can see this point of control was aligned with that 618 very perfectly, and we did backtest that as support, right? So we backtested the 618 perfectly. Now let's see if we're going to backtest some of these value area highs, or if we are going to reject from them, right? If we reject and come back down, yeah, we could have a bullish correction there, but that would be a sign of weakness. So we want to be cautious if we do see a large pullback. I would say for those bulls out there, we want to be holding this value area high here on the chart. So we'll zoom into the hourly time frame, and you can see we have in fact held it. So far so good. This is actually looking pretty nice here with those perfect hourly candle closes on that line. You can see I drew out that line in real time, right? And how it's playing out very nicely. Those volume levels are very powerful, even on something like Total 3. So yeah, we'll continue to watch this closely, see how the altcoins react. As we've talked about, if we are going to have a correction for Bitcoin, it's the time in the cycle where alts should make higher lows while Bitcoin makes lower lows, and that will signal a massive run if Bitcoin has another leg up, or I should say, when Bitcoin has another leg up. I really don't think it's going to stop at 99K, because 100K is when you get all of retail coming back, so you're going to have that exit liquidity from the whole world coming back into crypto. So of course, if they want to sell as much as possible, even if we are looking to distribute at this level, you're going to swing fail 6 figures. So yeah, essentially I think we got the most exciting time ahead of us, just like I've been saying, and not necessarily ahead of us, but it's happening right now. We're seeing a lot of stuff already going extremely hard. Like I said, XRP as well as something like Doge. So yeah, pretty cool to see that. As far as charting on Bitcoin goes, not really too much I can do. We're still kind of just in price discovery. There's no range being formed. I like my volume levels, so because we do have some good price action here, we could pull the fixed range, see where this lands us. You can see we got a big volume gap here. This would also be a liquidity level, so we could sweep down to 95K, maybe test the value area high here at 94K. Go to come all the way down to this point of control. If we did come down here though, I would be cautious that we'd actually go all the way, right? Take out these lows, right? All those longs that are late into the market. But honestly, I would not be surprised if we don't pull back here at all, right? As I've talked about, a lot of people expect pullback, and I think a lot of people are looking to buy on a pullback. So what if we don't get a pullback until the end, right? We go up to $120,000, and then we have our 20-30% pullback. Or retail buys back in thinking that it's going to run much longer, and then that actually wasn't a bullish pullback, and we fail and fall even further down into the bear market. So just making some hypothesis there. We really don't know what's going to happen. It's all just speculation at the end of the day. No one knows where Bitcoin is going to top out, not even BlackRock. We just have to use our best judgment when it comes to remembering what cycles did in the past and what we can expect to happen this time, which would be a rotation into riskier and riskier assets as time goes on. So the fact that we're seeing the large caps go, those $10 billion market cap stuff, that stuff should start to flow into more and more risk, and it's not until we see the micro caps running very hard that we need to really consider getting out of the market, which might take a very long time, right? It could be 5 or 6 months from now until we actually need to start getting very cautious. But I'm watching closely because we know retail is already starting to get back into the market. But yeah, I'm happy to report ETH Bitcoin pair still going up very nicely. Bitcoin dominance is rejecting this golden pocket very clearly. We made a lower low on the daily time frame now. So I would say Bitcoin dominance is probably topped, and we're probably going to start hunting down to the lows. So if we are topped here on the Bitcoin dominance, historically, how long has that lasted until the bear market starts? And you can see last cycle it was 140 days. Let's go ahead and take a look at 2017, because why not? Let's see if there's any correlation there. You can see top comes in, bottom here. I would even say this could be considered the bottom as well, so we'll measure both of those. You would be looking at 140 days here as well, or 300 a day. I think this is much better. So 140 days is how long it takes Bitcoin dominance to go from high to low for that altcoin season. So if we were to speculate it's going to be the same thing again, then we would be expecting to run till April 25th, which aligns pretty well with the seasonal cycle. Sell in May, go away. And just based on history, I would say that's kind of what we can expect, but I'm not going to put all of my faith in just relying on what happened in 2 other cycles. If I see the warning signs before that, I'll be getting out of the market. But definitely when we do approach springtime, don't really think we're going to go into the fall of 2025. I think that's where a lot of people are going to get wrong-footed, and I will certainly most likely be selling at least in that March, April, May timeframe. Now, real quickly, I forgot to mention this. Said I was going to talk about some orders that were at $100,000 that were noteworthy. Well, let's go over here to Binance Futures on Trading Light. You can see that we had very large sell walls up here, 1,000 Bitcoin, over 1,000 Bitcoin, and that was spoofing price down, right? Price wasn't wanting to go up to it. We see even more spoof walls coming in here that do not get filled in the order books, kind of forcing price down. And at this point, we look above us, and we just don't see that selling pressure. Yeah, this guy still has a wall in here, 450 Bitcoin, but we don't see as much selling pressure above us. So that's kind of nice to see. I don't know if that means too much, but definitely something I just wanted to bring up in this video, just because it was literally right at $100,000, and we don't often see $1,000 buy walls every day, at least in Bitcoin here. But other than that, order flow does look pretty flat. I would say if we wanted to take out positions with this open interest, that we would be looking to take out people that longed in this area here, but we don't really need to, because we already swept them within these few candles, right? We swept those late longers that really aggressively opened up into price action, but we do have some down here, right? If we wanted to reset open interest, we could be sweeping these lows. I would just be cautious. If we do sweep that, then you're probably going to do a full hunt, right? Full rotation, take out these single prints down here at $85,000, where this bigger buy order is actually still in the order books. This has been in here forever, and we've been talking about this since it popped up. So we'll see. 85,000 definitely still on the table. That's where I would be looking for a correction if we are going to fractal like a January 2021. But if we did, I would still expect the altcoins to hold their higher lows, because we're just at that time in the cycle. But yeah, if you have any questions about anything I talked about, or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Also, I got a bunch of exchange links in the description down below, so feel free to check out my exchange partners. Use those referral links to get yourself some nice bonuses and rewards, including a very nice 10% cashback futures trading bonus on Bluefin. That's the best deal you can get down there, so don't miss out on that. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.